there, everyone. Welcome to Spotlight On. I'm Teresa Nash, and in this edition of Spotlight On, we're going to talk about my first short film entitled Satori. It's about a seeker who fights her own demons along her journey to spiritual enlightenment. And today I have with me my two dear friends who made this film possible. To my left, I have Shervah Marcus. He's the director, DP, and editor on the film. And sitting next to him is my good friend, fellow actor, amazing martial artist, Jamar Edmundson. Guys, welcome, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting us to the show.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yes.
You know,
Pleasure
like
so
this
much.
is a really special thing. Satori would not be if it wasn't for you all. I had this idea, you know, and I wanted to do a short film using the sword.
Right.
And so you guys are on board with it, and I came up with the screenplay, and you guys were like just all for it. So how do you feel about how things turned out?
Who want to go
Feel
first?
feel great about it. It's very unique. It's very mind blowing. It's the talent is on point. Everything is on point.
Shervah?
Well, first off, I want to say thank you so much because this is your first short film, which is my first directing role, DP role, and editing. So this is also a first for me, and I'm glad I got to do it with such a special friend. And I actually learned so much from this film that it's amazing and mind-blowing. Like it's like incredible. I don't even know where to start. Like even like with the editing, you know, I've learned cloning. You know, I had to keep like a very, very sharp eye for the first time in my life. I had to like multitask, which a lot of people don't know. Multitasking actually drops your IQ,
Oh,
which is an interesting fact.
I've heard that.
You know, it was great because it humbled me myself. It taught me to learn how to become another person's vision, because you forgot to tell them that you wrote the script too. But
I think I did say that. I wrote the screenplay.
she definitely wrote the screenplay.
Yeah.
One of the things that I was amazed by, being that it was my first movie, and I noticed a lot of the screw ups, is a lot of people gave me really great feedback about the movie. So, you know, it was just mind blowing for me, because you know, when you do the first one, you're just expecting, oh, man, this sucks, or you expect somebody to be like, yeah, it's good, but yeah, it really sucked, but don't tell them I said that.
Well, I think, you know, the key is that, you know, it's a labor of love. Like, we really had passion for it. You know, I think it has a deep meaning, this film,
Right.
the story behind it. And I wanted good people involved with it. And, you know, we've worked together before very well. And Jamar and I, we've met a couple years ago. And he was in another film of mine, which I haven't completed yet, Maternal Instinct. But also through Urban Action Showcase, we know each other. And Jamar, you wanted to let us know, like, let the audience know your background in martial arts.
Yes, my background in martial arts is that I hold rank in 3 different systems: Shotokan, 4th degree black belt; Goju Karate, 7th degree black belt; and Taekwondo Shodan. And it's an honor that Teresa Nash brought me on board to choreograph the fight scene. It worked out great. She picked up on the information very well, fast, quickly. I was honored that she selected me to do so. It's a pleasure, a learning experience, and I was able to adapt, as it being my first time, actually second time. I was able to adapt to it better and come up with different strategies and ideas that would showcase her and make her stand out like the star she is.
So you actually showed me one of your katas, which we use in the film.
Yes.
And you said it was a breathing kata.
Yes, I actually showed her a variation of a kata called tensho, which means rotating palm in karate. And it was a variation that I taught her. Well, she got half of it, right? 3/4 of it?
Yeah, I learned it in
Three-quarters.
like 15 minutes
Yes.
when we shot it.
Yes, and her precision as opposed to the breathing and the striking points, it was certainly on point for the first go around.
Thank you.
So I'm proud of her that she got it so quickly.
So also, I want to let the viewers know that we have a fight scene using the pole.
Yes,
Now,
the
tell them about that.
the fight scene that we choreographed was with the Joe. You have bow staff and you have the Joe. The Joe, which is actually the short version of the staff, short staff. So we were able to put together something really unique for her for the fight scene.
Yeah, I took a beating in that fight scene, like just as an actor. Of course, we were very careful with the, you know, making it look like it was, you know, connecting, but it wasn't actually. That's where you come in with the camera angles.
Yes, yes. You know, Jamar did an excellent job with pulling off the stunt hits, which once I rolled back the stuff in editing, I was just like, that's amazing. Like, it just everything was just like real. And the fact that we didn't have the time that we wish I had to pull everything off, it was very amazing. And that came with one of the learning experiences with, you know, first time directing and everything, and all of my background with like studying for making the film. And then when I got out there, y'all didn't know it, but you know, I was like, oh my God, I gotta do this right and all of this. So it was like I had a lot of nerve checking to do too. So it was just really like, it was amazing. It was like fun, but like the work also was just like, it was incredible. And like the only thing I wish is like we just had more time to do more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I want to let people know like the kind of the backstory of this film. So we shot in a park, you know, because we don't have any budget, you know.
Right.
We're first-time filmmakers, indie filmmakers. So we find locations where we can shoot stories. So this park is actually not far from where I live, and I saw this location. You'll see when you see the film, maybe a little bit when we show you the trailer, because the film hasn't screened yet. But when I saw that location, I immediately thought, I want to shoot something here with a sword, because I've learned katana sword, and I've done some sword fighting in other films. But I really wanted to shoot something there with more of an ethereal, kind of conceptual feel to it, and that's what Satori is. It means like a flash of enlightenment when a person is on their spiritual journey and looking for self-reflection, and that's how I chose the spot. And then, you know, like we work with what circumstances we have. We didn't have the boom mic, so
definitely we definitely
do voiceover.
used,
You know,
a lot of ADR. We had a couple of SM58s and mini Tascam. Was that the 5, the one that you have?
Yeah.
We had
DR5.
the DR5 and we had
yours.
a D60 there, so that was good. You know, like she said, we did this on a $0 budget. We had the equipment, and you know that was a pretty funny story how I got the equipment. I used to work at Starbucks and saved up like all my checks to just get me a Panasonic G7 and a Tascam and the mics, and then we put it to work. You know, I never thought that, you know, the process of it was like so great for me. Like I really appreciate it because I learned not only like the technical aspect, but I learned what it takes to put a film together, what other filmmakers are doing, why it's not just point a camera, it's coordination, it's so much stuff that you appreciate. You know, it taught me respect for the actors. You know, again, falling in love with somebody else's vision instead of just being yourself or just trying to take over an ego. So, you know, I had an ego check, I had an everything check. So it was like really great for me. Like it was like I had that 300-pound weight and I was lifting with one hand, and then I just kept pushing and I did it. So, you know, that was like the real joy for me. And then people were saying like, wow, this is amazing. And then when I tell them that this is the first film I directed, they said, what? This is your first film? I thought you would have done this before or something. I was like, no.
Yeah.
And so,
Jamar, how did you find working with Shervah? How did you
Well,
feel it
well,
went on set?
I put it to you like this. It's very difficult to tell that this gentleman is a first timer.
Very professional.
Working with him, I would think that he got 10, 20 years on. He's been on board for a
He's
long
focused.
time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
yeah, so, you know, I've watched a lot of greats like Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan, Jet Li, Donnie Yen, and old style Kung Fu. So I think the hardest thing for me when you presented that it was a story of facing your demons, and I knew, because you're a personal friend of mine, that you was a martial artist, I wanted to give it like a past kind of style to it, like something that, you know, we used to appreciate when we turned on Kung Fu Theater on Fox 5. So, you know.
That's actually, let's talk about Urban Action Showcase for a minute, because they're bringing back Saturday afternoon Kung Fu Theater to Times Square at AMC Theatres, and this is where our film is going to get screened. AMC Theatres in Times Square, November 10th, everybody. This is the Urban Action Showcase. You can go to urbanactionshowcase.com and you'll see all the information there. There's so much going on. Let's talk about that, because you've been to other Urban Actions. It's an expo, it's a film festival, and it's screening all these iconic films.
Yeah, definitely.
This year it's Blade. What do you have to say about Blade?
Well, I've always, since a child, I've always been a fan of Wesley Snipes, the Blade trilogy, even all his movies.
It's 20th anniversary, can you believe it?
Yeah. And I always said to myself, when I get old, I want to do just that.
Yeah, it's inspiring, you know, and Urban Action Showcase has been an inspiration for me as a filmmaker to say, you know, I've gone to it since 2013, I think it began, every year as an actor, and last year I just said, let me try making a film, and I did Maternal Instinct, and I got the concept trailer done, and it got screened, and now Satori, the first 12-minute short.
Satori.
And it's going to get screened up there on the big screen. It's going to be awesome.
Yep.
And, you know, the inspiration came from, you know, it's a platform where they open it up to make opportunities for filmmakers like ourselves that are just starting out, where, you know, might be hard to get in other film festivals. And you know, they have a selection process. It's HBO Cinemax sponsored. But, you know, they have they call it Blood, Sweat, and Bones category.
Blood, Sweat, and Bones, that's what
They
it
call
was.
it low budget. Ours is no budget.
No budget.
And it's because of friends like you that I was able to accomplish it, so I thank you.
I thank you.
Very much welcome. I thank you as well.
Because, you know, like I said, I learned everything. Like, you know, I didn't know anything about Photoshop. And even putting the cover together was like, that was an amazing process too. I was just like, but I was really concentrated on getting everything, like, you know, together perfectly. Perfection is the best that I can. Because, you know, I take a lot of people, they be like, oh, you don't take this seriously. I take film very seriously. Like, I'm like, I don't even get to have fun. Like, when I'm not doing anything, I'm looking something up on film information. I really love the whole process.
Well, let's put our money where our mouth is and show the viewers a little taste of Satori. We're going to show you some behind-the-scenes footage, and we'll be right back.
action. So this is day 1, 2, and 3. No, I'm kidding. This is day 3 of
Satori.
Satori. Day 1 was pretty awesome because we had to do it all in 6 hours?
Yeah.
6 hours. 6 hours.
Then we had Jamar, we did staff fighting,
Yes, they did staff fighting.
we did katas.
She did katas.
I learned a kata in like 15 minutes and had to shoot it.
She learned the kata in 15 minutes and then she had to shoot it. I was behind the camera instigating everything. Instigator. By the way, my name is Shervah Marcus.
I'm Teresa Nash.
Yes, and she is the star of this short film. I am the guy behind the camera and directing and editing, and working with her is fantastic. I should have done this 3 years ago. So this is day 3. Oh, and we also met Secret Squirrel today, and we met a guy that actually was dressed for the role, and he wasn't part of the set. Jason, you're awesome.
He literally walked into a movie.
That's right.
Perfect outfit and everything with a walking stick. You'll see. We'll show you.
Yeah, we'll show you. Spoiler alert. I don't do spoilers. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Hey, so we're out here wrapping on day 4 of Satori. I'm Teresa Nash.
I'm Simone Gallico.
Yes. So we've just filmed the last scene. We got our sound guy over there. He's going to join us in a minute. We had some challenges with the weather and the airplanes and the people and the dogs.
Yeah. So it was definitely challenges with the weather, like she said, airplanes, like she said, and dogs, like she said. And what was that? A beaver? Wait, mosquitoes too. What? Mosquitoes, like he said, with the sexy accent. But it was definitely fun. I'm here with my friend, my bestie, Teresa Nash. She's awesome. She's like a real action star / really gets into the lines like emotionally. Like I feel like I'm watching all my children. But how did you like today? Did you like
Today, yeah. In fact, thank you guys for the chance to be here today.
All right, so tell everybody in the camera your name, where they could find you on your Instagram, or if you do social media, New York Casting. I know I got the task cam all in my hand, right?
My name is Simone Gallico, and I look at the camera, and I do. I'm on the social media. I'm on, Facebook, Instagram. I also have a profile on Backstage, New York Casting, Actor Access, and my is Simone. I don't really use the Instagram, but anyway, is Simone Cinema. Simone Cinema. That's what is it. Facebook, it's my name, Simone Gallico. Yeah. All right.
All right, Teresa, starring in the movie, how did you come up with like the whole premise of everything?
Okay, well, I guess it's a culmination of ideas, and a lot of it I'm drawing from my own life, but it's like a conceptual piece and symbolic in a lot of ways. So actually, I've been, like you said, doing the action films, and the swords in particular, I kind of really got into loving doing that. So when I spotted the location, I said, I'm going to do a sword scene here. And, it's been maybe a year or so, and came full circle and actually made it happen and built around that. So Satori...
I remember that.
So Satori, it's like an awakening, and it's kind of like the first step along your path of enlightenment. And so I'm a spiritual person, so I kind of like incorporated that into the script, and just the challenges that everybody I think can relate to, that you encounter in life, and that voice in your head, that annoying voice that holds you back a lot of the time. That's, you'll see when you watch the film what I do with that.
All right, so we do actually have some people running up on the set. It's okay, because we're definitely behind the scenes. And Shervah Marcus, for those that don't know me, I did the camera work and the editing. And you can find me on Instagram at Gemini_night_official_page. When you see that logo, it's me. It ain't nobody else. It's official. There might be other Gemini Knights out there, but they ain't me. So, with that being said, I definitely enjoyed the 4 days of being on the set of Satori. And I always say sat. It is not sat, it's sat. It was definitely fun just, looking at the locations, learning new camera stuff, and like angles, and it was amazing for me. And it was very special for me because I got to work with one of my friends, which was one of my dreams, to open up a company or film with my friends. That's one of the biggest things that I wanted to do. So thank you for checking something off the bucket list. And thank you very much for being here and work. All right. So I'm going to definitely hand it back to Teresa because she forgot to give her Instagram. So go ahead.
My Instagram is triple_artiste, so TRIPLEARTISTE. That's actually my triple arts entertainment. The triple arts is performing arts, martial arts, and healing arts, which I'm involved in all of three. And my website is teresanash.net.
All right, and again, mine is Gemini Knight with a K, not an N. It's Knight, like knight in shining armor. And I want to thank you, viewers that's watching, because you could be doing anything in the world, but you tuned into us. So I definitely want to thank you for that. And everybody that's here, God, we're finished. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
It's a wrap.
Ciao, ciao.
All right, that's it. Let's go eat.
Welcome back to Spotlight On. I'm Teresa Nash. If you just tuned in, we've been talking about my first short film, Satori, with my guests, who are also the director and fellow actor, Shervah Marcus, Jamar Edmundson. And so I've already said that Satori is going to be screened on November 10th, AMC Theatres in Times Square at the Urban Action Showcase and Expo. But what I didn't say is that I submitted it also to 3 other festivals, which happen in the wintertime, so I haven't gotten word back on that yet. But
Crossing the fingers.
yeah.
Grimace.
So for me, I want each of us to talk about our journey, personal journey in the industry, and for me, I'm a singer, actor, martial artist, dancer, and I've been doing mostly indie films lately. So I want to open it up to you. Let's start with you, Jamar.
Well, I got a love for the acting when I used to watch kung fu movies from a young child. But I've been persistent now for the past 6 years, 7 years, and I had the opportunity to meet some great, wonderful people. I've met Teresa Nash going back a few years ago. I met her through JT, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we've been working together periodically here and there ever since. I'm honored to be on board as a fight choreographer to help her make it happen. My long-term vision and journey is to be an upcoming martial arts action film star. And that's where my talent lies in. I'm also a certified stuntman. And looking
You're
forward.
SAG.
Yes,
right? Yeah.
yes. I'm SAG-AFTRA. I'm a member of SAG-AFTRA, everybody. And
That's an accomplishment in
yes,
itself. Yeah.
yes. And I'm looking forward to having many more days to come. Long time coming, as they say.
Mm-hmm. So anything like on the immediate horizon? You were telling me about an audition you did
Yes,
recently?
I just recently auditioned for a featured role, a speaking role for Blue Bloods,
Nice.
which I'm waiting to hear back on. And that's basically it for now,
Mm-hmm.
for the moment.
Yeah, keeping on the grind, right?
But there's still more to come.
Yeah. Of course. Shervah?
Well,
Yeah, say.
I've been struggling, like as far as like getting like crew and stuff. So you know, actors and everything. But on the time off, I'm writing a lot of things. Like I'm working on my new project now. It's called In Presence Pattern, and basically the show is like a sitcom like Empire, but we're gonna be focusing a lot on the modeling industry, like upcoming models. It's like a drama. It's definitely a drama. You know, the main character, he's an up and coming billionaire, so he's learning how to manage a company. He has a good background. He made a promise that he had to keep, so I'm not gonna spoil that promise. It's like the main meat of the show. So I'm really like proud of what's taking place there and transpiring. I have a friend named Amir Moore. He's a modeling runway coach who has his own business, and he's gonna help me bring in the models needed for the show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's my first television show, so it's a lot of firsts today.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of firsts today, and you know, I'm enjoying the writing process, building the character tree for each character. You know, and it's gonna be great. But I mean, it's really like I've been fighting, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's a challenge for everyone, you know.
Yeah, it
There's
is.
ups and downs, and the main thing is that you have a passion for it.
Right.
And that's what drives you.
Right.
You know, you see a goal in sight that you'd like to see yourself as.
That's
and
obtainable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
And you know that.
And you work towards it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and you know, thank God for the digital age, because there's so much information that makes it, you know, easier to get to. You know, it's not really just narrowed down to Hollywood anymore. Like
Right.
it
There's
used
so
to be
many
in the 90s.
Yeah, different platforms too.
Platforms, you know, places where you could distribute to and get 100% profit back. You know, I mean, it's not about the pay for me, but it's just so many great things out there, you know. And again, like this film, it just taught me so much about supporting your actors, supporting your people, getting on the same page, setting dates, and just meetings. Like meeting up together is like step one to know that you're gonna have a successful film. And you know, and a lot of times, like the struggles that I go through is people, they don't take that time to come from what they doing to just meet. And once you just meet, the rest, it just falls in place. And this
Wow.
project was proof of that.
When you're with other creative people, you know, you kind of brainstorm a bit, and they inspire you, you inspire them.
Right.
That's what it's all about with artists, you
Yeah.
know. That it usually will start with one, you know, vision, one person, say the writers. In this case, you know, I had the idea for the screenplay, and I had a vision of how I saw it playing out, but then you have the technique and the skill to actually, you know,
Yes.
bring that to fruition.
And the amazing part was the whole movie had 4 people in it. Like that was
That's true.
That I
yeah.
thought was just like incredible. And we had a 3-week deadline for submission.
Yeah, it was something like
So
that.
it's
We
like
had about a
3.5
month to make the film.
So we had a month to make a
Yeah.
short film.
The other actor, Simone Gallico, couldn't be with us today, but he saw some of the behind the scenes. He was in that. Jamar, what do you think about
I
other
think
action films that you'd like to be in particular, or anything?
oh yeah, well,
Any other shows like on the horizon that maybe you could audition for?
oh yeah, well, I'm gonna audition for much more to come, such as The Deuce.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, The Deuce. More auditions for Blue Bloods, and many more to come. Action films.
Yeah, there are a lot of shows that are shot in New York now.
There's a
The
lot,
market has
especially
opened
TV
up.
shows. Yeah.
Blind Spot is shot here, right?
Unspotted.
Situation.
Some of the Marvel stuff, Luke
The
Cage.
Deuce.
Mm-hmm.
Daredevil.
Yeah,
Yep.
so
So
it's
Yeah, it's a lot. You just said a word that I just like.
what did I say?
You said Marvel. No.
Oh, Shervah has his
So,
own universe.
I actually have my own universe. It's pretty cool. I don't like to be transparent about my universe, but a lot of people that I do talk to about it, they love the ideas. They're like they wring my neck most of the time. They're like, why don't you just hurry up and get those things out there? So I'm actually going to start doing a lot of promotional trailers for a lot of them. One of them is called Shady's System, and you know, it's like a more sci-fi-ish fantasy
I
world
love
kind of
sci-fi,
thing.
yeah.
Yes, it's definitely sci-fi. In fact, you're not. It's so sci-fi. You're not even in this particular universe. So it's
out there.
It's cool. Like, I could share a few things. Like, there's gonna be a purple Earth, rainbow space.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be space is gonna actually look like a rainbow. So it's gonna be great stuff.
It's incredible what you can create just through your imagination.
Yeah,
You know? That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, somebody said my imagination is pretty cool. I recently told somebody about my own version of Doctor Strange, and it just like blew their mind. Like, Marvel, Capcom, fighting games, and DC's is inspired a lot of my filmmaking. You know, along with the old kung fu theater stuff. So it inspired my style of filmmaking. And, you know, right now, again, I have like 100 titles of
That's
different.
incredible.
Yeah. And the minimum amount of characters per title is 30, and that's the minimum. The max is like 70 to 100. I mean, I'm between good guys and
Well, there's got to be a
villains.
few roles in there for Jamar, right?
Yeah, there's definitely.
I certainly hope so.
As soon as we get it off the ground, there's definitely going to be a few roles for everybody. You know, I plan to make this a big thing, a big deal, an empire.
And what you said about the trailers, a lot of people do that now. You have an idea, a whole script for a feature or a short or whatever, but they shoot the trailer first to gain, like do a Kickstarter, crowdfunding,
Right.
to get a budget so you could do it up the way you really want to.
Yes.
The production that you want,
Yes. And writing in presence pattern is just like it's mind blowing for me, because what a lot of people don't know is that I was diagnosed with a learning disability. So growing up, I never really went to school. Like, you know, things were slow. And now as I got older, around maybe 26, 27, I realized how important education was. So I definitely like push. So my daily journey is to always learn, but at the same time while I'm learning, to give back to somebody else, you know, to inspire somebody's life, change it for good.
That's really, you know, what it's all about in any entertainer, whatever medium, is to put a message out there, something that you believe in, you know, and make a difference, don't you think?
Most certainly.
Yeah.
Most certainly.
Yeah. So I think maybe it might be about time that we show the trailer to the people. What do you think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Most certainly.
Yep.
You guys want to see the trailer to Satori? We're going to show you the trailer teaser, and we'll be back. I have been here before. I feel I have been walking this same path for a millennium. Satori means a flash of sudden awareness.
See your true nature.
Did you ever drive Linda home?
It was part of my job description. Security.
We're looking for people who are talented, dedicated, and focused, and ready to die in that cage.
Alright, now it's time.
I heard you joined the competition. Nice.
That's bullshit and you know it.
Come for me, my love.
Hey!
Oh, shit. You're gonna tell me. Where are my daughters? Stop! Who are you? I am one of you, a warrior. I don't need. You don't need my help if you want to stay alive. Let's show them what we got.
No, T, do it at your pace. This shot.
All right, and action.
Camera rolling, and action.
camera rolling. Action.
Hey, so we're back with Spotlight on Satori. You guys got to see a little taste, just a little teaser, because the film is only 12 minutes, so we don't want to give away too much. But there was a little hint of my alter ego in there, the demons, you know, the self-demons that we all have, that little voice in our head that says stuff to us that, you know, we have to balance out. So I want to thank my guests for being here, my compadres, my dojo brother, my studio brother, Jamar Edmundson. You want to shout out to anyone, give people your contact? And
I just want to say I'm grateful to be on board. I would like to thank my stunt professors, Michael DePasquaze, Sifu James Liu, for what they installed in me, the knowledge for stunt work. My coach, Laurie Ilescu. My other coach, Valerie Kingston. And it's an experience, it's a journey. It's a journey and experience that I'm constantly evolving in. And getting better. And I appreciate every moment of the journey and the people that I run across. The good people, you know.
all right.
Yes.
Sounds
That's about it.
I want to thank y'all because y'all are definitely like special to me, and I want to thank God, of course, for everything. Firm believer in God. I want to thank. Wow, I got a whole list. Shudo me, who told me to just do it. Forget about everything else. My friend Junie. He's an up-and-coming artist. If you guys want to follow what I'm doing, you could catch me on Instagram or Facebook. Just look up Gemini Night Productions. On Instagram, it's Gemini_Night_official_ page because of reasons that maybe I'll explain in my vlog. Right. I'm just very grateful right now, you know. Wow, it's definitely more people that I want to shout out, but I didn't forget about y'all. I just forgot your names right now. So.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I want to say that for me personally, my journey is an ever-evolving one. You know, I've come through as a singer, dancer, actor, and more recently martial artist, and I've kind of found a niche in action film. So, you know, I'm running with it, and I thank you guys for being a part of my journey.
Oh, yeah.
I want to leave you all with one last thing before we close. There's a line in the film, which you'll see when it does come out. It says, "Love is the most powerful force in the universe." So I'm going to close out with a song that is all about love without even mentioning it. And it's going to be a Stevie Wonder song called "If It's Magic." Thank you all for watching.
If it's magic, then why can't it be everlasting? Like the sun that always shines, like the poet's endless rhyme, like the galaxies in time. If it's pleasing, why can't it be never leaving? like the day that never fails. Like on seashores there are shells, like the time that always tells. It holds the key to every heart throughout the universe. It fills you up without a bite and quenches every thirst. So, if it's special, then with it, why aren't we as careful as making sure we dress in style? Posing pictures with a smile, keeping danger from a child. It holds the key to every heart throughout the universe. It fills you up without a bite and quenches every thirst. So, if it's magic, why can't we make it everlasting? Like the lifetime of the sun, it will leave no heart undone, for there's enough